think we're on. I think we're there. We're on. I think we're there. We're
Loading.
on. Oh shit, now I hear my own voice. There. We're
Loading.
on. Oh shit, now I hear my own voice. There. We're
Loading.
on. Oh shit, now I hear my own voice. There. There we go. I finally muted the goddamn stream. Awesome. Oh, he does? Oh, wow. All right, here we go. I'm putting on the hot title card. And yeah, there we are. I see.
No.
You see that shit? You see that shit?
Oh God.
Oh my god. Too funny. Let me go and switch it to us. Hang on a second.
Oh man.
There we go. Cool. Cool. Now people can see my big self. Yay.
Okay, well, one
Yay.
of us got to change.
But oh man, let me let the people know on the interwebs that we're podcasting live. It's podcasting live at okay, podcasting live episode 8. What's up, stream? Thank you guys for coming. We're just getting everything situated before we get things started. We got some stuff to talk about tonight. Some stuff. Oh shit. Podcasting live right now. Fight is Ready is back now.
That is pretty.
I need to make a thing for the show where it's that Minmay clip where she
Yes, you
says
do.
I just need to just edit it. It's like Robotech is back now. No, just squeeze a Fighters Ready in there.
Squeeze in a fighter's ready.
Squoze it in. Man, NCR is going on right now, man. Freaking yesterday. You know who was killing me on the mic? You can only guess.
Combo fiend.
Combo Fiend was slaying it. He was killing me yesterday, man. You go back and watch those archives, man. That man was on fire.
I was watching a little bit this morning.
Oh my god. It was during the Street Fighter Cross Tekken stream. It was him and Mike Ross. They were just killing me, dude. It's so awesome.
Those two are a pair.
Those two are freaking comedic geniuses, man. And Tasty Steve was on the mic with who's on the mic? He was on the mic with Dastard Bro during Persona. That shit was freaking hilarious. But he was also on the mic with Ultra David, I think, during Marvel. And Tasty Steve was just laying him out, man. California got some funny cats, man. Got some funny dudes. Oh, Ball Tapper's in the chat. Oh shit. Now it's a party. Now it's a party. Tapper, man, I'm sorry, man. I've been meaning to stream some gaming, but I have been tied up in all sorts of shit. So my apologies, man. I probably won't be able to do anything this weekend, but we're gonna do some shit next weekend. So possibly Thursday, actually, of next week. We'll get a throwback Thursday going because I've been wanting to play some stuff. The last thing I played was BioShock Infinite. I was going through that, and that's what was part of the thing that was waylaying my ass. What the fuck am I doing here? Go back to Facebook, please. All right.
Video Dragon. I'd love to play some JoJo. Unfortunately, I do not have my PSN here.
Oh, you don't? What's up with that?
I left it at home for Lisa.
Oh no.
However, we talked about because the only reason she wants it, she was wanting it for Netflix and like watching shows, streaming through it and stuff like that. So we found on Amazon they had some kind of like Blu-ray player that you can hook up your external, plus it can connect to the internet and get Netflix as well. So she's gonna buy that and then send me the PS3. So as of right now, I don't have my PS3.
Yeah, she can get a Roku box or if she gets a smart TV with apps in it, then that's a different story.
That's what she was talking about.
Oh
I was like,
shit.
what the hell is a Roku box?
She's
I
going
had to look it up on the internet myself.
nice.
Like I had no idea what it was.
No time like the present.
It's the same price. You might as well just get that.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it serves purposes and it plays all sorts of video files as well, formats and stuff like that. Is she keeping up on game and all that stuff? Is she downloading torrents? Have you taught her the ways of
I showed her the ways before I left.
You showed her the methods?
I did. I was like, now don't screw with any of these settings.
Oh
Leave them
shit.
just how they are.
Wow, that's fucking awesome. Let's say and be a part of the show. All right, cool. exclamation mark. Let's go ahead and control A that shit. And it's time to fucking spam the good news. Let's see, MAHQ. I'm sure Chris is getting sick of me spamming stuff in here. I don't give a fuck. He'll have to hold that L. He'll have to do it. All right, next up is the Fighters Ready page. Damn, this light above me is blinding, but I know it gives the room a lot of light, so they can see my huge self. Yay. Let's see. Let's see, post. There we go. That's 2. Let's go back. And next up is Shinjuku Station Podcasting. And who the fuck? All that shit it wants to show me, man. I don't want to see all that. I don't want to see all that shit. Just want to delete this. Exclamation mark in this motherfucker. Let's go. And lastly, I did those 3. I just need to close these. I got too much shit open. Too much shizzle. Alright, and then we go and we rock steady with Fighters Ready. Oh yeah. Pull the roadblock. Bow. Yes, sir.
Dragon said something about sound.
Sound. What's up with the sound, man?
I don't know. Some people can hear apparently, and some people can't.
You can't hear? Sorry. Who in the stream? Well, that's funny. If I say who in the stream can't hear me, that would be redundant, wouldn't it?
It would be. Would be.
Ball Tapper can hear us. Video Dragon doesn't have sound, so what he may want to check is his levels in Windows. If he's using Windows, I have no idea what his OS is. Streaming Robot, I can't watch the stream and run a stream at the same time. I'll kill my bandwidth. I'd love to, though. I'm going to check the archives, though, once I'm done. Because by the time we're probably done, the stream will be over. I was watching it earlier today, though, Dreamy Robot, and it was crazy, man. It was kureishi, man. Fuck. All right. I see Sam is in the chat, too. Actually, let me just open up the fucking thing here. Everybody who's in. Oh, shit, man. We got a full house. Man, we even got Robin, a.k.a. Mula Flogger from Australia, man. It's crazy talk. It's cool day shit talk. All right. Maybe after Bullet Beast gets off work, you'll see the stream. You'll see the stream is up and jump on in. But let's see here. Switch back over here. Let me check my pages real quick. Capture. Yeah, there we go. Cool. There we go. Oh yeah, we got fucking we got a slideshow right there. Good stuff. See if it changes. Tell me it changes.
Look at that picture.
Oh shit.
I like it. I like it.
Oh, the Lisa tying her son's tie.
Yep.
Supposed to be some other fighting game characters in there too, but who knows? Hopefully they can hear us. I don't know if they can. Ball Tapper, I haven't got Injustice yet, man. I've been so broke. I would love to get it. I'm dying to play it. Speed the wagon. Oh, finally, we got some Street Fighter characters. There we go. Cool. Video Dragon, you still got no sound. That's weird. Can you guys still hear us? Hey, I'm gonna switch to this panel and tell me if you can hear us. Testing 1 2 1 2 testing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me saying these things? Can you hear? We'll see. Okay, cool. Thank you everybody. Just want to make sure there's sound on every panel I go to. I know there's certain ones there won't be, but for the most part there will be some, so that's cool. We got Twitter up. If you guys have any things to add to the conversation, if we miss it in the chat, you can also send us messages at Fighters Ready on Twitter, and I'll see your interactions right here. So let me full screen this. There we go. Cool. And tonight we're gonna be talking about just a lot of the stuff that we missed over the last couple months. I'm sure there'll be a lot more that we don't fucking get to. But if there's anything of if there's anything that of importance that we missed that we can quickly touch upon, let us know and we'll do that. But that'll be the first segment, and then the second segment are questions, and then what Nick's been up to in South Korea, man. The SoCore. Home of Psy and that ridiculous song.
Oh my goodness. Too old now.
Hey, sexy ladies.
Too old now.
What's that now?
He's got that other song now.
Oh yeah, I heard he released a new single, man.
Yep.
Totally forgot about that shit. Oh man, Tsunami's here too? Oh shit, man. My man Tsunami, man. The original stream monster. Good shit. Good shit. iPhone? Hang on. Video Dragon can't hear me, so I gotta type something in the chat. Stand by. Stand by, stream.
Stand by.
Stand by, stream. Gosh. Big finger today. Oh, he's using the iPad. He's in the Twitch.tv iPad app? Oh, no.
Ew.
Oh, no. Dude, well, shit, that explains everything, bruh. That explains it all. I don't know what to say, man. How was it last night? I don't know if Video Dragon was watching the Level 9 stream. And for those who missed it, we streamed live at Level 9 last night. For those who remember, Level 9 was our video games podcast that's recently made a comeback. There's no MP3 episodes yet because we're just recording segments for the wonder to piece together. But if you're looking to find a link to the archive for that, if you go to @Level9, and that's literally LEVELNINE on Twitter, you will see a link to the archives on YouTube for Level 9. You can also go to youtube.com/Shinjuku Station, and the whole archive of the session is up there from last night. We not only reviewed Gears of War Judgment, but we also reviewed Bioshock Infinite. So if you guys have any interest in seeing the old, at least 2/3 of Flip the Script reunite to to talk about video games. That was myself, of course, the host of Level 9, which are The Wonder and Shoji Ramaro, and of course our boy Lee Majors. We were all on there. Nick even jumped in on the chat for a few minutes, so
just to say hey.
We shout him out too. So yeah, it was a lot of fun to get back together and do that, and we'll be doing that more often. For the most part, we'll be streaming these recording sessions as we go along. The only one we won't be doing that for is Gundam. At least not yet. Maybe I can talk the fellas into it, but I'll keep you posted on that if that actually happens. But anyway, we should be able to. We should be getting the actual first segment started in just the next 5 to 7 minutes. I'm just getting the last of this stuff ready. Probably sooner than that. I'm just giving people more time to get here since I just got the word out. Let me go back to Facebook real quick. I got some messages. Oh shit. Facebook, the Book of Face. All right, cool. And I see the stream is up, so that's going. That's 720p, man. I didn't ask for it, but it's fucking forcing it on me. So, thank you, Twitch, for not allowing my viewers to have different choices for their stream quality. That's awesome. So let's close this. And I still got Twitter open. It'll let me know what's going on. Ball Typer writes, goo all of my texts. Don't believe me, just Gutex. Mike Ross, man, I saw him get frauded today in dive kick, man. It was the funniest shit. He lost 5 straight matches in several rounds of dive kick today, and since he's famously known for losing 5 straight matches. No, he won 5 straight matches against Jago during their run back on Cross Assault years ago, or a year and some change ago when they were playing Street Fighter Cross Tekken against each other, and it was found out to be all staged and fraudulent and stuff like that. So fraud detection. That whole thing was coined at that point in time, and they put it into dive kick, and it was just ironic to see him get fraud detected when he was playing today. That shit was great. But
made top 8 in Cross Tekken though.
he did, didn't he? Oh, you were
At
watching
least I
it?
saw that earlier
You saw that
today.
earlier today, man. Fucking Chris G won. You know, go ahead.
Or Combo Ping was so happy with him.
Oh shit!
It's like his teacher.
Oh, Peter, man. I know he misses competing because he can't compete unless it's like a for fun tournament or something like that. But if there's money involved, he can't compete, so that sucks.
He's gone the way of Daigo.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Hey, Mike Ross is in top 16 AE winners, man. Damn, I need to pull up that. Goddamn event hubs, man. Let me go in event hubs. Event hubs, yeah. Sometime this year, computer. Thank you. So top 8. So we got winners bracket. Champ versus Champ and Zeus. Zeus, really? LLND, Flo, Justin Wong, but they're still working that out, I'm assuming. Dr. Snake, Snake Tits. I like to call him Dr. Snake Katitis. Hanzo Gonzo and Momochi. Top 32 battle log. I guess that's popping off. We got Melee. We got AE, winners bracket, losers bracket. Okay, so this is the matchups for winners bracket. Wow, cool. Top 16 tomorrow morning, man. It's early for people over in California, but it'll be the afternoon for me. So the stream's supposed to start up tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Top 32 battle log, nice. DOA, they already sorted out DOA, man. They ran through that fast, I guess. I guess there were a lot of finals today because of the low entry point for some of the games. But I saw Persona running earlier, and I saw they worked that out. Top 16, so it's Cross Tekken's tomorrow, huh? Mortal Kombat's done tonight. Oh, 13's done? Damn. Tekken Tag Tournament. Mr. Naps. Man, Mr. Naps finally won it for NorCal, man. Good shit. Man, where the fuck is Eris? Oh, damn. Tasty Steve, 3rd place? What? Oh, shit.
Tasty Steve.
Tsunami writes, only 2 people entered DOA. What about the other 2, man? Did they just put there for bullshit? Did someone just make up names and put them put them here in the list? That's awesome. That's fucking awesome. Well, Nick, I guess we should get started. If you got your headset, let me know I'll see when you hook it up. Professor Doc, man, what's up, man? That's good to see you here too, man. People in here, man. That's pretty cool. Got over 10, man. Forget over 10. That's some cool shit. Thank you again for everybody who came out today. God dang, I'm glad to see everybody made it.
Can you hear me?
Speak again.
Can you hear me?
I can. Can you raise your volume up? Or just say microphone check 1 2.
Microphone check 1 2.
It's coming through a little low, but maybe that's me. Hang on a second. Stream, can you guys hear him? That's what's important.
How about now?
They say it's a little low. Maybe I can raise your volume up. Give me a second. To the Skypes. All right, tools. Appetitions. Volume. Settings. Alright, that is not gonna work. So let me go here.
How about now? Put it a little bit closer.
That's a little bit better, I would say. Maybe I can lower down my volume. If I'm drowning you out, then it's gonna seem uneven.
Well, everybody's saying better.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I hear you better, so I'm hoping they can too.
Hold on just a second.
All right. Switch this back to full on view. Wow, yeah. We go, cool. There's a good balance now. Good shit. All right. And Power Grandma's recording. Let me get that back on this other screen here. I want to be able to see it so I can manipulate it in turn. This is the program I use to record. This right here, Power Grandma, is a plugin for Skype. I use it to record Skype conversations, guys. So you'll see me messing with this from time to time. I guess I should leave it over here because I need to... Fuck it, I'll leave it over here because I can't see the fucking small-ass monitor halfway across the screen from me, so my TV will have to do. So yeah, all right. And you got everything you need, man? You got your beer? Wait a minute, it's noon for you. No, it's almost 1. Is it almost 1 o'clock?
It's almost 1 p.m.
Almost 1 p.m.? Oh, shit, man. Korea, son. For those who don't know, Nick is coming live to us from Korea. And I'm coming from the beautiful Shinjuku Studios here in Orlando, Florida. It's a bit of a mess tonight. I got a lot of cords I got to clean up. A little rearranging to do. But nice. Oh, and Nick's picture disappeared because I'm clicking on Skype. Not cool. Let's bring it back up. There we go. Cool. He's back. Cool shit. Yeah, if I ever have to click on Skype, Nick will disappear from the video. So I'm going to try not to click on Skype if I can help it. Otherwise, it will be... Okay, if I have to click on Power Grandma, you disappear too. So let me start a new record right now.
Recording saved.
Cool. Okay, we got the new record cooking. You're back on the picture. There's a plugin for Skype to show up in XSplit, but it is locking my XSplit up. And the last thing I need that shit to do is crash. Otherwise, there is no stream tonight. So
it's over, Prime.
Oh my God. Dollar says, stop those North Koreans, Nick.
That's what I'm doing with this desktop, man.
Oh, it's man, I wish I had 3 monitors out here, man. It would serve my purposes so well.
I thank Show for that because my first storm inspection, I became instantly famous in a good way. Because that's what I told them. They were like, "What in the hell would you need 3 monitors for?"
And then you showed them.
I told them, I was like, "Someone's got to watch North Korea over here."
Oh.
So I've got it taken care of.
Oh no. So. Well, there you go. You got it handled. And all right. Well, Nick the Ace. That's what old Robin writes. All right, we're gonna start the segment off, and I guess I'll kick things off and get the ball rolling. Let me pull up a little memo sheet right here. Actually, it's not cool for me to bring it up on here, so let me pull this over here, blow this up right here, because that's the first video we'll be getting into. Actually, a little premature. A little premature. All right, cool. Just bring that up there. That's fine. And let me bring up the documentation on my tablet. That's what tablets are for. Jesus Christ. All right, tablet. Work with me, please. Oh, I touched something. No, fuck you, tablet. No. Just do your job.
Do your job.
Do your job. This one's for JJ.
Hey.
What happened? Oh no, what did he say? What does he say? Is that what he says?
Well, that's the end quote, but it's like, what happened? Do do
do do do do. That old Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. Awesome. All right. Well, we're all ready to go, and I will start. I already started a new record, so we might as well run with that. And Nick, you can count me down.
3, 2, 1.
I know it's been a long time, gang, but everybody, welcome to finally another episode of Fighters Ready. Holy shit, it's been months.
I feel like every time we do a show, we're like, we're back now.
Oh my
And
god.
then it's a couple months until the next show.
Indeed.
And then we're back again.
We fell into a vortex, but we climbed out. Akuma and Cammy tried to keep us down with with unblockables, but we stopped it. We stopped that shit, man. We patched the game. But I'm one of the hosts of Fighters Ready. My name is Soul Bro Ryu, and I'm here with my co-host, none other than Nick the Stampede. What's up, man?
What's up, everybody?
Oh shit. And on tonight's episode, we're gonna just spitball a little bit about some of the things that we missed, some news events that we come across over the last couple of months that we dig back up to talk about tonight. We'll also be answering some of your questions in the second segment and talking about some of the things that Nick has been up to since he's been over in South Korea, not North Korea. That's a whole different fucking ball game.
I wouldn't be here today if I was visiting there.
Oh shit! You'd be in the Navy SEALs if you're over there. Oh man, but awesome, man. But yeah, if anything, just in short, lately, what have you been up to, man? Like watching or doing or playing or I mean, I know the transition in being in South Korea has been pretty tough, but have you been able to slip into a groove of any kind?
Ever since I got my things, shortly after, it took them almost half a month before I finally got a room. I was staying in the hotel lodging for the longest time.
Right.
But once I finally got my things, it's gotten a little bit more like home. So I have gotten into, I've been working now, so I finally got out of training. They had me working again, so I've actually gotten to swing of things. So regular schedule for now. We'll see how long that lasts. So
very awesome, man.
Yep.
It's been you went over there
it's been almost 2 months, man.
2 months. So you went over there at the beginning of March, right?
Yes, March 4th.
March 4th, and now it is April the 28th. Yeah, it just turned the 28th because I'm over here in Florida, and it just turned midnight. So
we're 12 hours in, son.
And you're halfway through you're halfway through the day, man. You're like what? You're 13 hours ahead, right?
Yep.
So it's like 1 in the afternoon for you, and it's midnight.
It is.
Well, holy shit, man! Time traveling, man. Call Doc
It throws
Brown.
my TV schedule all off because I'm like, used to everything Sundays or like Tuesdays or Thursdays, and it's all the next day. So it's like it took me a while to figure that out. But
damn. I just gotta say, +1. I wonder how it is. We fell back an hour, so I guess normally you're probably 12 hours ahead of us when there's no daylight savings time. But
I was gonna say they don't do that over here.
They don't do that bullshit over there.
Nope.
Fuck that noise.
We keep it the same time.
Man, so you've been watching that Thrones, man?
I have.
Oh man,
that is the topic of discussion when we come back to work off of our break. If you haven't seen Thrones, you better hide, because either something's getting spoiled or someone's making fun of you because you haven't seen the episode.
Yeah,
they'll torture you with that.
My dumbass is behind 2 episodes, but I'll be getting caught up tomorrow, right before the new episode airs. But yeah, man, the Game of Thrones, for those for the uninitiated, that's the man drama of the century, right there.
The man drama.
At least for the season, anyway. But it's been popping off. Mad Men started up too, man.
Yep, I've been watching that too.
The Draper and the drinking, man.
Nobody watches that over here, though.
What? Get out of here!
I bring that up, and I bring up Breaking Bad, because I mean, shit, they've had forever to catch up.
Yeah, so no one's watching Breaking Bad.
They've heard of it. People have heard of it, but nobody's watched it.
Come on.
The same thing with Mad Men. Most of the people here haven't even heard of Mad Men.
Man, what the fuck?
I know. I'm alone. I'm alone over here when it. So.
Well, they better go grab their scotch and get busy, man. Get on some of that Draper, dude. That dude's the shit. But yeah. Anything else you've been getting into? Any games you've been playing?
I found some. Well, I still have catching up to do with games. I've still got BioShock to complete. I have Tomb Raider that's still wrapped.
Oh wow.
And I still haven't picked up Dead Space.
Oh wow, really?
I left your place. Yep.
Man.
So I've got some catching up to do, but I have found some Marvel players
You
over here.
have? Oh, get the fuck
Yep.
out of here. This I gotta hear.
Yeah, we have different schedules because he's on a different flight. However, we went through training at the same time. Like we all got here at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
and he actually tried because after we did training, there was a week where we were doing the base was doing an exercise,
Right.
and we played like the bad guys in that. So we pretty much got to chill the whole week, and every so often we would go out and attack them, and then we come back and we chill for hours. And
What?
so during that week, at one point, he brought a whole monitor for a TV and his system,
Oh wow.
and he brought it into the room, and that shit wouldn't work, man. He brought Marvel 3, and it he couldn't get his system to work, and we have a feeling it was because of the outlets
Right.
that were in the building that we were in couldn't handle, I don't know, maybe the 360's power adapter or something like that.
Oh,
I
the
don't know.
brick? I can't handle the
Yeah.
brick? Oh shit.
Because he said he was playing it that night and it worked just fine,
Mm-hmm.
and then he brought it to work that day, and it didn't work, and then he went back home and tried it and it worked just fine. So whatever it was that we couldn't get it to work though, and we've been talking shit ever since because he thinks he's gonna destroy me,
Oh no.
and I don't know about that. He says he doesn't play online. He only plays the computer. So
Oh no. Oh
yeah,
no.
I know.
Oh,
I
my
know.
God. If he just said
know.
I don't play online, but I play people, okay, I'd be scared.
Nope.
But if he says
He plays computer only.
oh no.
And then when I was talking to another buddy that was good friends with him, who also went to training with me, we one day we're posted together and we talked the whole day about it. And he said that every so often they go over to his room, and he'll be sitting there playing that. And I'm
Right.
like, so good. So he plays it on a regular. I'd like to hear that. I'm glad. And then I told him, I was like, I can't wait until I bring over my joystick over there. He's like, you have a joystick? He's
Oh
like,
shit.
I was like, sir, I'm official. Like
I'm official.
So when I ran into him the next day, and I told him, I was like, I got a joystick, man. We're gonna play. He's like, man, you're one of them. It's like, I don't want to. I already don't want to play, man. You're gonna be sitting there mashing buttons.
Oh, get
like
the
it's
fuck
crazy.
out. Seriously?
That's what he says. He was talking a lot of shit. So,
Oh man.
but I told him, I was like, well, we will see, because I haven't been known to mash buttons. So
God no.
uh,
I taught you better than that. What the Oh no way. But man, so you have as of yet not a shot has been fired in that game, huh?
no, I tried to get him to play because it's actually my last day of work. He was he came to relieve me, and I was like, when are we gonna get that match on?
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to dodge me, man. He's trying to dodge me. I think he knows what's up, because I told him, I was like, you're lucky that system didn't work during training. I would have embarrassed you in front of everybody. So it's a good thing. I was like, and because he brought an extra just regular controller.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I've dealt with worst. I've dealt with the original Xbox pad back in the day.
Right.
In fighting game tournaments. I've dealt with that huge ass pad. I've dealt with worse. I can deal with the 360 pad.
Damn.
So, but talking a lot of shit though. He loves to talk shit.
As
I
people,
can't wait to destroy. I must break him.
I must break you.
So,
Well, man, at least you got prospects over there, man. The real treasure is finding Koreans that play. If you can,
Oh.
I wouldn't know what to say. That's like a unicorn in the forest, dude. That's like some mythical ass shit that you would never find normally. So
I know.
I guess we'll see in time. But man, at least you got tentative competition. But anything else exciting happening at all? At least recently.
We'll get into that later in the show.
Oh shit.
Talk about the adventures.
Well, I haven't been up to much personally. I just played through BioShock Infinite, which I talked about last night on not level up, level 9, which you can find the archive if you go to at twitch.tv/level_9, or the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Shinjuku Station. We just recently recorded a session of that show, and the host of the show, is busy. Is hard at work trying to edit that to get episodes out for that soon, and hopefully very soon. But
I'm surprised you went through it, man. Show told me that you went through BioShock. I didn't believe him.
Oh wow, you didn't believe it, huh?
I didn't believe him. He's like, man, Sobro just got done with that the other day. I was like, okay, anyways. No, seriously, like
what?
I still gotta go through it. He's like, no, man, he was just playing it. You should have seen him on there playing it. I'm like, Sobro doesn't play fighting or first-person shooters.
Someone don't play that bullshit.
He doesn't play that. Get the fuck out of here.
I try. I'm horrible at it, as the stream saw last night when I played last night. But other than that, I'm trying to get my skill up in that. I like first-person adventures, I've come to realize. But first-person shooters like Call of Duty, I know I'm going to suck balls at. So
I was just surprised. And then, yeah, when I saw you on there talking about it, I was like, wow, he really did go through it.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked, man. I'm proud of you, though.
Well, thank you, sir.
You actually made it through, so.
And I got help from my wife, my lovely wife. She was watching it with me, and she was pointing out things I was missing all the freaking time because I have terrible eyesight. So snipers would be shooting at me. I have no idea where the hell the snipers were. And she said, "Oh, they're right up there." I was like, "Fuck."
Where? Where's up there? Where?
She'll see enemies. There was one particular. I won't ruin it, but there's one particular scare in the game where she saw it before. She saw it coming way before I did, and then it happened. And it's like, God damn it! But she, in her way, she got me prepared for it. So I thought it was kind of cool. But yeah, it was quite the experience going through BioShock Infinite, man. I recommend the game, at least as a rental for most people. I think it's worth buying. And I think there's a lot of fun gameplay elements to keep people entertained, and I think the story is pretty outstanding. So thumbs up to that game. Thumbs up. Other than that, I've just been watching a lot of shows and streaming on occasion. For those that don't know, I've been also streaming commentaries for different animes and TV shows. If you go to live stream... Sorry, don't even do that. Just go to tinyurl/shin, SHIN, station, and you'll see the schedule for any kind of commentaries that are going on for shows like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Full Metal Panic, Person of Interest, things like that. And if you have time, join us. We usually do them on Mondays and Tuesday nights and sometimes Wednesdays. So go over there, check the schedule, and join us for the conversation. But I could go on for hours about what I've been up to.
I've caught a couple of those episodes.
Yeah, cool. Well, you caught the Golden Boy one. I know that much.
I did.
Oh my God! I think you got it.
I caught a portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
Caught a portion of it. The BMO baby.
The BMO baby. You didn't see the swimming, huh?
No, I missed it.
One of the cats in the chat right now, because we're streaming live as we record this, Ball Tapper, who I met through streaming. He watched Golden Boy for the first time when I streamed it. And,
what?
And he never saw it, and I told him, it's like, most of the stuff I watch on that stream, I will watch in Japanese. But there's some things you have to watch in English. One of those, of course, is Golden Boy, so that's what we did. And
that's not even an option.
Technically it is, but why would you do it?
No, it's not an option.
Why would you
do
it?
It's not an option.
Golden Boy is an outstanding OVA, or original video animation, and even if you don't like anime, you would love that series because it's so fucking funny. But that's enough about what we've been up to. Let's go ahead and get into some of the news that we missed over the last couple of months. 3, 2, 1. Now, we've been sleeping hardcore.
Some more than others.
Oh my God. Yeah, if anything, certain things delayed us on actually doing another episode of the show. The last episode we did, we were talking about our picks of Game of the Year, Fighting Game of the Year, and we had a bunch of categories and stuff like that. But after that episode, Nick recently moved from his home where he was stationed at in North Dakota, and came down to Orlando for a little bit, and then had to get his new his new assignment over in South Korea. So that's where he's at right now. So he had to get settled in and fall into his schedule there. And so he was a little delayed on us getting together again to do this podcast. But now that we're here, we can get into some of the stories that we missed. And let me go ahead and pull up one of those stories now. Let's see here. All right. I guess one of the biggest stories that came up during the time that we were gone was the Evo 2013 vote for game number 8. And Nick, did you follow this at all?
I followed it the best I could because this whole thing has been it all happened around the time that I was moving, so it's been a little hard to keep up with what's going on the internet. But I kept up with it a little bit. I haven't actually voted though for any of these people.
I put in a vote for CVS too, like $5. But yeah, there was just to give people backstory, because all the other games were decided for Evo 2013. They had an 8th slot for a final fighting game that was going to be spectator's choice or the choice of the FGC. And so the way you could vote was to donate to breast cancer research, which they set up a drive. And basically, you could go to the link that represented whatever game you wanted to vote for, click on it, and donate whatever amount of money you wanted to towards it. And whatever game had acquired the most money would win the vote. And so that voting went on for about a month's time. And then finally, the voting came down to 2 games. One of them was Super Smash Bros. Melee, and the other one was Skullgirls, and they were working really hard. Both pretty much scenes were working really hard to raise their games voting as high as they possibly could, running streams to support it. A lot of people in the Smash scene were like donating buckets of cash. I was amazed to see how much money was made. And then Skullgirls, I was primarily rooting for Skullgirls because that game I owned and I really enjoyed, and I wanted to see that game get its proper due. So I didn't get the chance to donate again for that game. I wish I did, but I definitely did watch the streams and retweet anytime they were doing that to try to get the word out for people who could donate. And they even had voice actors from the game on the streams that they were doing, and voice actors from other animes and games too. Kyle Hebert, the voice of Ryu, which we interviewed him on Gundam at MHQ just recently. He showed up on one of the streams and offered something for people to, if they donated for, he would give them voice acting lessons, like an hour tutorial if they donated $1,000 in Skullgirl's name. So and there were other people doing things too. Erin Fitzgerald, we interviewed her on Gundam at MHQ. She's the voice of Parasol. And she also offered, I guess, sessions and stuff like that too, and offered to record people's voicemails and things like that if people donated. And I thought that was really cool as well. And just everybody who was involved with Skullgirls, down to the people who made the game and the people who voice acted in the game, were involved in those streams trying to get people to donate money. And at the end of the day, these are the 3 top games. These are the totals. Street Fighter II Super Turbo raised almost $40,000. Skullgirl sadly came in second, raising $78,670. And then Super Smash Bros. Melee raised a whopping total of $94,683. And I was shocked on how much it made. Like total, all the games raised over $220,000 for breast cancer research, which is an amazing amount. And were you shocked to see how much they made, Nick?
I was. I think it all came from Nintendo themselves.
Well, I know they said that if it was a corporation that was donating, it wouldn't be valid. I mean, they would take the donation, but it wouldn't count towards the vote. It had to be from individuals themselves. So if they did it, they did. If it was Nintendo, then they did it on the sly through people. But yeah, I mean, Nintendo really doesn't even support their own game, and Melee is like the second game. It's not the latest one. Brawl is, right?
Right. I think Melee was the fan favorite anyways.
Yeah,
everybody likes that one more.
It's got the best engine out of all the games. I even enjoy watching it. It's a pretty cool game. But That game definitely took it home. I was watching the streams as it was. I was watching the Skullgirls stream on the night that they were closing it out, the closing out the voting, and I was watching the totals on both Skullgirls and Smash Brothers Melee's pages, and I saw that they were neck and neck at one time, at like in the 70,000s, and then someone was holding on to a donation at the last moment and hit that shit so hard on Smash Brothers that it jumped up from 70 to 80, and then another one made it jump from 80 to 94. And at that point, my heart sunk, but at the same time, I was pretty impressed. And yeah, it was pretty amazing. Matter of fact, when the Skullgirls, when the vote was finally finalized, when they realized who'd won. Mike Z, one of the head designers on Skullgirls, he went and on the stream he delivered these closing remarks, and I'm gonna go ahead and load this video up so the stream can see. Nick, you probably have the link up already, but here we go. I'm gonna start the video, and you guys can check out what he had to say.
I would like to say this. During the course of this competition, people seem to forget something about this, which is that this is real money. We have raised, I don't even know what the rest of the games are, but just between the two of our games, we raised $150,000-$60,000 for breast cancer research. That is absolutely amazing, and that was due, and I guess if you add in ST, that's like $200,000. Oh yeah, you're right. We can't add 170. Thank you, the person back there who can add. Anyway, so that's well over $200,000, probably over 210. Yeah, for breast cancer research. As a fighting game community, that is absolutely amazing, and I would like to thank the members of all of the different communities for doing that. And I also want to say this. The fighting game community has a unique history. I guess I should probably be facing the room, but whatever. There's 40 of you. Yeah. There's more people in the camera. All right, so here we go. As I guess spokesperson for Skullgirls, of course I would like to be the first person to say Evo should allow both games in. Hello, and I would have said that even if we won. But that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is this. The fighting game community has a unique history, which is like sports teams, right? You are the worst enemies when you're playing against another person, but when you're done, you are the best of friends. And I saw a bunch of hate go on from both communities, actually not both, all the communities, during the course of this contest. So I would like to remind everybody that at the end of the day, we are all part of the fighting game community. Whatever game you like, whatever games you hate, the players of those games are exactly like you. They put in work, they put in practice, they put in training, they put in sweat, and they came there and they donated for this because they really liked it. So at Evo, since Smash is in the lead and the contest is now over, at Evo, I would like to remind everybody to treat the Smash players with respect, because they deserve it as much as you do, and I don't want to see the kind of reception that Smash has been getting at Evo in the past. That was pretty much the end of it, because remember, we are a community at the end of the day, and as a community, we raised a ton of money for breast cancer research. I almost said breast cancer. I do that a lot. So even if we didn't win, we all did something amazing, and you need to remember that. And also, I used to have hair.
Yeah, for those that don't know, on the stream, he actually shaved his hair once they reached a certain amount of money for donations, and he did that on the stream shortly before he made the speech. So yeah, he used to have a whole bunch of hair, and that shit is gone now.
As you can see.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then he went on the show as a treat to the stream monsters. He went on the show a new character that was going to be coming for Skullgirls. He wanted to keep the surprise towards the end of the stream so that people would continue watching. And he announced that a new DLC character would be coming for Skullgirls by the name of Squiggly. And for those who've been keeping up with Skullgirls, you probably already seen pictures of Squiggly in certain arts. There was actually a picture of Squiggly versus Philia that was out around the time that the Skullgirls initially dropped, where they showed those two fighting. and she was a concept character. I think she was actually in some of the endings of the game too. But Skullgirls shows a lot of characters in the endings of the games that I guess are potential characters that could be in Skullgirls later on, and Squiggly was one of them. And they finally announced her to to be a part of the upcoming DLC upgrade for the game. So here's a video where they not only show her off to everybody who's interested, but they also announce a campaign where I guess Lab Zero Games, the people who are working on Skullgirls now, which is made up of members from the original team that worked on Skullgirls, they started up something on Indiegogo, a crowdsourcing website where you can vie for donations for games, and they went ahead and asked people to donate towards the further development of Skullgirls, and people answered in spades. Their first goal was to try to raise $125,000 to bring Squiggly to life in an upcoming update, and people met that goal hand over fist, and they made a lot more money than that, and we'll get into that in a moment. But here's the video where they reveal Squiggly for the first time. Not for the first time, but they reveal it. They reveal her in more detail in this video.
Hello everyone, this is Mike Z from Skullgirls and Lab Zero Games.
And I'm Alex Ahad, the creator of Skullgirls.
A few weeks ago at the end of the Evolution Breast Cancer Research fundraising campaign, we revealed Squiggly, the first DLC character for Skullgirls.
When the Skullgirls team was laid off, we were about a third of the way done with Squiggly. We had a lot of her moves and all of the concepts figured out, but we were coming to you because we needed additional help to get her completed.
So how does all this work? If Squiggly gets fully funded, she will be released for free for everyone.
So if you were planning to buy a Skullgirls DLC anyway, please consider donating at least $5. And of course, we've got Steam codes with beta access, exclusive goods, and custom art for anyone who wants to donate more.
So let's talk about the price. Developing a single Skullgirls character is probably a lot more expensive than you expected, huh? You can see it on the side there.
Damn.
That $150,000, though, covers salaries for the team, animation contractor fees, and patch testing and submission costs for consoles so we can actually get it onto your system. And remember, if she gets funded, she's free for you to play. You don't have to donate here and then go and buy them from the store. If we actually manage to make her, then anyone in the world can have her as long as you have a copy of Skullgirls.
To get the price down this low, the whole staff had to take a pay cut, just enough to cover rent and basic expenses, so nobody has to take other jobs and we can stay together as a team. If we meet our funding goal, we expect it'll take about 2.5 months to complete her, not including public playtesting time on Steam.
And remember, she's free! Alright, enough of the business talk. You can read more detail about that on the campaign page if you want. Let's talk about Squiggly the character.
Squiggly was a member of a long line of opera singers who died in an incident involving the Skullheart and the Medicis 14 years ago. She's graceful and calm, but isn't a pushover given what she's been through. She's not just a parasite host, but one of the Skullgirls undead. Leviathan is an unusual parasite that lets her keep her own mind, so together they have access to otherworldly abilities. Her bond with Leviathan is a lot stronger than Philia and Samson's, and you'll see that they work together in sync, whereas Philia often seems overpowered by Samson. In terms of character archetypes, Squiggly is something like the contrasting rival to Philia. However, Squiggly's gameplay and style are completely different.
So how does she play? Well, she's got long-range pokes because Leviathan can stretch pretty much half the screen. She has some fire-based attacks because, well, fire, dragon, yeah, we all love dragons. She has stances, like Johnny, not like Gen, which means you can go into a stance pose and then press a button and get different attacks out of it. She definitely has some pretty cool looking supers. She also has spatial manipulation powers. We can do things with the metagame with her. She'd be able to interact with, for example, your super meter in interesting ways, or the camera in interesting ways that have never been done in fighting games before.
Deadpool?
That's Squiggly in a nutshell, in a coffin.
Thanks for watching, and we hope you'll help us keep Skullgirls growing in the months and years to come.
All right. Well, holy shit. And sure enough, she was. They raised more than enough money to not only put her in the game, but some other characters. There's a character that hangs out in the background of one of the Skullgirls stages. He looks like a huge saxophone. His name is Big Band, and
Oh yeah.
Big Band, and he also got green lit because they raised a lot more money. They pretty much were able to not only green light those two characters, but two other fan vote characters. And I think another character by the name of Robo Fortune, which is a spoof of Robo Kai, and in the Guilty Gear series, but it's Misfortune. It's a robot version of Misfortune that they're going to be putting in the game as kind of a joke character. And
That was the final map there, right there.
what's that?
830, almost
Yeah.
830,000.
That is the total.
Damn.
Man. They raised that much. Now
Damn.
there's a bit of a bittersweet pill that goes with that, and I'll get to that story in a little bit. But yeah, they managed to pull off that much, and all the characters that they let me try to pull up the list now. But there's a ton of characters. See all these characters right here. There's character profiles and stuff like that. I won't read them, but these are all the potential characters that could be added to the game later on. And when they went ahead and ran a contest for everybody who voted for the game. For all the people who donated to this campaign, myself included, they ran a contest where everybody who voted, donated, could vote on what characters they wanted to see in the game. And they put up this character profile list so that you could see exactly how the characters would play like. Like, for instance, Ilium. Let me blow this up a little bit. There we go. Because otherwise you can't see that shit. But it actually goes and it lists all the different ways they play and what characters they're inspired by, and it's just pretty neat with all the detail they went into. Some characters actually play like Dio Brando from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and
There's the first JoJo reference, by the way.
Where Taliesin?
Oh, just throwing it out there every episode.
Oh yeah, there we go. We did it. We did it. Yeah, but for the most part, all the characters are pretty interesting. I know I voted for Eliza. That's the one I want to see actually get made, because she plays a little bit.
She look like?
She's let me go ahead and scroll down to her. She's the one that looks like, there she is. I voted for her because her gameplay style is a lot like Donovan Bane from Night Warriors, and ABA from Guilty Gear. Oh, and a little bit like on the cars too, I guess. But I also play Lychee in Blaze Blue, so it wouldn't have been. Oh, she's like Jafar too. Get out of here. And a little bit like Jeddah. And I never played Night Under Night in Birth, so I've never played that, so I don't know what that character's about. But she also has the TOP system from Mark of the Wolves. So yeah, that's freaking awesome.
Nice.
All by itself. So and she has a little bit of Mortal Kombat in her too, I suppose. But I voted for her character first and foremost because I thought she'd be very interesting to try out. But let's see. The next story involving the whole Skullgirls debacle. The vote has actually come down throughout the voting. We've been having to vote again and again and again to as they whittle down characters in each round of the vote, and now it's come down to the final four finalists, which I'm pulling up as we speak. And the final four characters that are now in the vote are Aeon, Eliza, Annie, and Minette. And I pray to God that Minette is not chosen. Minette, she actually is a little akin to Frank West, and I guess she's got a little bit of Johnny from not Fatal Fury, but Guilty Gear in her too. She collects tips as she's fighting to build confidence, and it makes her skill go up. She's actually very reminiscent. You remember Last Blade and CVS 2? There was a character in both those games called Hibiki.
Yep.
And more so in Last Blade, when Hibiki did more damage to someone, I guess the more of her bloodlust would go up, and she'd become a more damaging character. She would go from being very meek and a quiet character to being like, angry and ravaging or whatever, and she would just be like a cold-blooded killer by the end of the round if you did everything right with her. And that's what Minette kind of plays like Hibiki from Last Blade. But and Annie, she's kind of like Soul Bad Guy or Ragnar the Blood Edge from
your favorite guy, man.
Yeah, Ragnar the Blood Edge. So Annie's not a bad backup. I actually voted for her too. I didn't vote for Aeon because she's pretty much game breaking, but she's the Dio Brando of the game. She can stop time. She can rewind save states in the game. Mike Z earlier on said that at first he said if we put her in the game, she's going to be the character to beat because she breaks the game. But he later on went on to say that if she's one of the ones that gets voted, then they'll find a way to balance her out so she is not game breaking. So, but if you read her description, it's ridiculous.
Wow.
But yeah, those are the 4 last characters, and I guess 2 of these characters are gonna make the cut. So I'm praying that Eliza's one of them, and I'm hoping that Aeon's not. So we'll see, But let's see, next story. Yeah, there we go. One of the things that I was alluding to earlier is that some entitled scumbags were pulling their donations due to voting results. Did you see that one?
I didn't see it so much, but when you were telling me about it, I read up on it, and talk about a dick move.
Yeah,
that's wow.
It's a freaking dick move. Like, apparently, people weren't happy with the way the vote was turning out because I guess a lot of people wanted the dumbass shark. I mean, I'm not against Stanley being in the game. There's a shark guy who you can see in one of the backgrounds of the stage, and a lot of people wanted him, including James Chen. Stanley the shark, because he's a scientist shark. And there was actually a pretty cool YouTube video that got put up. I wish I grabbed it, but it's a YouTube video that actually encourages people to I guess to donate to Skullgirls, to the whole Indiegogo campaign. But the guy went and animated some scenes with Robo Fortune and Stanley the shark. And he was just explaining like the importance of donating to the Skullgirls Indiegogo campaign and why it costs so much to make a video game, and it was breaking down exactly why it costs so much. So it was a very informative video, and the guy went and animated Stanley and voiced him, and it made Stanley actually a pretty interesting character by doing that. So if you can find it on YouTube, definitely look that up. It's a pretty cool video. But
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, a bunch of dickheads weren't happy with the way the vote turned out, so they started pulling their money or freezing their pulling their money from PayPal that they donated to the campaign. So eventually, the PayPal account for Lab Zero got frozen because of the chargebacks, and then later on, that was rectified. They PayPal said, "Okay, we understand what people are doing." And so they unfroze the account so that the people at Lab Zero who were working on the game could receive a paycheck. Because when that got frozen, that cut off a lot of paychecks from people who are working on the game right now. So and I guess they were able to stop people from pulling the money out. But I wonder how many people actually withdrew whatever dough they donated because of the fact that the vote didn't turn out in their favor.
Yeah, how do you feel right with yourself after doing something like that? It was supposed to be something for charity and to help, promote make the game better, more characters and stuff like that. It's like I couldn't see how you would go about doing that. Like feel right about taking money back for something that you donated for in the first place. It's messed up.
It is pretty fucked up. I mean, it wasn't so much for the cancer charity, although that would have been really bad if people did that, and I'm sure some scumbags did. But the whole reason why people were voting in order to play this game or in order to help this game is to help the game, not so much voting for the sole reason for not getting your characters voted in. I mean, I know some people would get upset about that, but at the end of the day, it's a fair vote. Everybody gets an equal vote. I don't care if you donated $100,000, you get the same kind of vote that I got when I donated 25. So it's not
you just want the game to do better. That was the whole point.
That's the whole point, is that you want to support the game and you want to see the game have a life outside of what it is now. And some people just don't get that. Some people are just immature and selfish, and so they just suck balls. And so that was one of the things that really irked me, but I'm glad to see that they somewhat rectified that, and hopefully those scumbags will face the fate of karma someday. But but yeah, what was the next? One of the cool things about this whole the whole Skullgirls campaign was that one of their goals was that they made over a certain amount. I think it was like $725,000 or something. Matter of fact, I can probably look at it right here. it was somewhere. Yep. Main 6 gets Z Engine, which is once if they reached $725,000, they were going to give the people who were developing the My Little Pony Fighting Is Magic game access to the Skullgirls fighting engine, which is a really good fighting engine. They said that the Lab Zero people stated that they would go ahead and say they would go ahead and give Main 6 that engine for the game for free and not sell it to them. It would be theirs for them to do whatever they would like to do with it, because they were doing pretty big things with My Little Pony Fighting Is Magic. I'm not a My Little Pony fan by any stretch of the imagination, but I can appreciate a good fighting game, and a lot of people who play fighting games played that game and said it was actually legit. So but
Wow.
sad times happened because a little company by the name of Hasbro got involved in that whole project and sent a cease and desist to Main 6, the company the development group that was working on the game. And now I can't find my story. Yes, there we go. I would like to tell you a story.
A story.
But yeah, they got a cease and desist from Hasbro lawyers, and I can understand why Hasbro did it. When a company sees their license being used in a way that they don't approve, they have to get involved in order to protect their license. My Little Pony actually went through a bit of a debacle back in the 90s, and I only know this because of this whole story here. For a little while, Hasbro actually lost a lot of the license to My Little Pony. I'm not sure why, but they had to fight hard to get it back. So when they got it back, they started up Friendship is Magic, the cartoon that's on television now, and did a whole new marketing campaign to get a whole new line of My Little Ponies out there. And sure enough, it's a hit, even with grown-ass men.
Jabronis.
Jabronis, indeed. But yeah, when because of that, some of those grown-ass men were fighting game fanatics as well, and people who could program and make games. So they got together, formed a group called Main 6, Main spelled M-A-N-E, like horse's mane, and decided to make a fan fighting game based on My Little Pony called Fighting Is Magic. And it made the round at several different tournaments and conventions and whatnot, and people got the chance to play it and said it played a lot like Marvel too. So.
Yeah, I've never seen this game in action. I'm actually watching something right now of this footage, and I can't help but laugh at it. But at the same time, yeah, it looks like it plays just like Skullgirls. It looks like Marvel. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous, man.
Man,
look at these ponies.
Look at these ponies going in with these back kicks.
Oh man!
Well, they're kicking like mules. But because of the whole rigmarole, Maximilian, or one of our favorite YouTubers who does a lot for not only the first-person shooter community but for the fighting game community, with introducing people to stories on games and putting up entertaining videos about fighting games, he put out this video, and it involves one of our favorite people in the world, Dr. Doom. Let's check it out.
My little doobie, my little doobie, ah, my little doobie, Birdie, best birdie.
What's like right here? It's something. I don't know. It always drops out.
I think what you're trying to do here is medium, foot dive, medium, finger lift.
That was close, but they still hit the floor, and you can't even pick them up. Like,
well, I don't know. I don't
dude.
play as this character. Victor, get in here. We need an expert's opinion.
I don't know. Doom hasn't played that game since he won Evo.
What the hell's wrong with Ultimate Marvel 3?
You know what, guys? Why don't you just improvise? Or you could join the master race.
Master? What the hell are you talking about?
My Little Pony. Fighting is magic. Every pony knows about it. Here, let me show you. Ah, see?
Wow.
This is the hot shit right here. Look at them sweet ass animations.
I don't know what we're exactly looking at. My Little Pony Fighting Is Magic has been cancelled.
It went the way of Mega Man.
What?
Ooh.
No! Give me that! It can't be! How could they do this? No! No! No!
It didn't exactly look like fighting is magic, if you ask me.
Yeah, more like lawsuits are magic.
It's not bad, dude. It's a good one.
Oh shit.
Sons of bitches!
Oh shit.
On the finger lasers.
My little dude.
Why is his face glowing then?
I don't even know. It's all that hatred.
I don't get it. Is that supposed to be steam? Steam escaping?
Looks like, sounds like steam escaping. Shout outs to Blazing Saddles, man. But yeah, the game got canned, and Dr. Doom wasn't too happy because I guess he's admittedly a brony. So yeah. But no, it was pretty admirable that they put a lot of work into a game based on I guess a property that they were interested in. I mean, that happens in Japan all the time when people make games based on, I guess, some games have actually come off the ground. Hit the ground running because of that, based on different animes. Like, I think Tsukihime. There was a fighting game based on that may have started off as an independent game. I can't name it by name. I'm bad with some of the Japanese titles, but yeah, some games in Japan got their start from that. Matter of fact, there's a game that's coming out now that plays a lot like Third Strike, and maybe the stream can help me on what it's called. But it was a game that was initially a fan-made game, made by some people who used to work for SNK and Capcom at one time, and it's a game that is animated like Third Strike, plays like Third Strike, and it's getting ready to come out on the DS or the 3DS and on PC or some other platform. But Melty Blood I think started out as a game made by fans. But the game I'm talking about, I wish I knew it by name, but I'm just spitballing here. But yeah, a lot of games get started like that, and Main 6 was no different, trying to make the Fighting is Magic game. But Hasbro got to him, so sadly that game won't be coming out. But they have said that they're going to try to put their energies into making an original fighting game that might be somewhat inspired by what they were working on with Fighting is Magic. And now they have access to the Z engine from Skullgirls. They're going to make it even more in depth, so I think that's pretty amazing. But any thoughts on that, Nick, at all?
Man, this is all even news to me in the first place.
Well,
I didn't
shit.
even know they were the whole My Little Pony thing. I was like, I didn't even know they were making a fighting game for that.
Well, hey man, I'm glad you missed that.
I can't say that I'll miss it, but after looking at a video of it, it looks like, if they took it and made something different, like you said, an original game, that would be pretty cool.
No problem. By the way, shout outs to Professor Doc and Fighter Chaos. They both mentioned the game. It's called Yatagarasu, and if you haven't seen it, then copy and paste that thing in the name of the game in the chat, Nick, because you should see that game. You know what when you see it, you might know what I'm talking about. But let's see here. I'm gonna pull it up here because it's a pretty neat looking game. And if I'd have thought about talking about that earlier, I'd have had it up earlier. So, but that game's getting ready to come out. I know for the 3DS. Matter of fact, Matt, one of the guys who works with Max, went to a convention and talked to one of the guys who's bringing Yatagarasu here for the 3DS. And let me see if I can find one of the most recent trailers for this month.
Oh yes,
You seen that game,
yes.
right? First,
I remember seeing this.
no problem.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can mute this. Here's the game. Game looks badass, man. Look at this guy doing suplexes, man. He's going in. There's guys that play like Dudley, like
Zangief,
and
apparently.
Zangief, and yeah, boy, this girl is kicking. Boy, she mad kicky, man. Look at them legs. But yeah, the game looks pretty nice, and it's made by SNK and Capcom employees, and their inspiration was Third Strike and bringing a new Third Strike into the world. So I already know you're gonna be fitting right in. You got
It should be everybody's inspiration.
nice. For those who don't know, Nick is hardcore into some Third Strike, but it's coming out for the 3DS, and I can't imagine it being good on the 3DS. But you own a 3DS, right?
I do, but it's not for. It's not gonna be playing this on there.
Oh shit! It's also supposed to be out for the PC. Maybe you can find it through methods, but I know it's out there somehow, and it's only got a limited amount of characters. I think they've added more than the 8 I'm seeing here, but it's supposed to have, I think, 10 at this point, or maybe 12. But
Yeah, couldn't you purchase it? Well, I thought that I saw this on Event Hubs not too long ago. You could purchase it.
yeah, I think so.
thought-
I saw an article on Event
It
Hubs.
was like $10 or something like that.
Wow, that's not too bad. Maybe it's on Steam. Hopefully,
I don't know.
who knows? Who
Not
knows?
sure about that.
But next story. It's been a big topic of discussion. I just want your thoughts on this. Nick, have you heard about? I guess a bit of the rumbling about collusion and pot splitting that's been going on at the last couple of tournaments.
I only heard about it through Fake Maximilian's
Oh man.
page when he was talking about it the other day.
Yeah.
So-
Max did put a video out where he talked about the current uproar about collusion and pot splitting in the fighting game community. For those who don't know, recently at Texas Showdown and at I think it was Canada Cup, unless it's I know it was a tournament in Canada. I believe it was Canada Cup, but there were 2 instances where in grand finals for Marvel, players already had decided that they were going to split the pot for their respective game, and so they didn't really put their all into the grand finals of that game. I think both instances involved Justin Wong. I actually, matter of fact, they did, because at Texas Showdown it came down to him and Chris G, and at Canada Cup it came down to PR Rog and Justin Wong, and because of that, when they got to grand finals, they decided to just horse around and do random or do some bullshit, and the audience got up and just got upset about it at Texas Showdown. And I remember this clearly, when Chris G and Justin Wong got up to the stage and decided to go to random, most of the audience walked the fuck out. You should watch that shit, man. It's remarkable. Because
I thought there was one where they maybe it was the Canada Cup or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the finals. He picked Iron Fist at the end. So if that was one of his characters that he chose for the whole pot splitting randomness, I was happy.
Oh,
I was happy. I was like, I'll stick around to watch this.
You're all about that Iron Fist, man. But I know Justin's team normally is like Wolverine, Storm, and I can't remember if it's Magneto or something like that. But yeah, they decided to just fuck around during grand finals. And you know what? Here's my thoughts. I'm fine with pot splitting at the end of the day. I just don't want to know about it. Plain and simple. Because A, it kills the illusion that these guys are going into this fight wanting to fight their all. And I still want them to have the drive to beat one another in this game at their best. And I know pot splitting kind of relaxes the tone, and people are not going in as hard as they would as if they wanted that first place, or if they were hungry for that first place position. I know that it happens, and I'm fine with it happening, and I've done it in certain instances myself. But I would not let anybody know about it until after the fact, and I would still want that trophy at the end of the day, especially like a cool ass trophy like the ones at Civil War the other day, where there was swords being given out. I would want that fucking sword. I would want to be able to have the least of bragging rights that I came in first place, and we'll fight like hell to do it. And I wouldn't, become lackadaisical and just say, well, let's just, give the audience something different than what they're expecting. No, they want to see you guys fight. They don't want even a hint or a whiff of collusion at the tournament, because they've been there for 3 fucking days. They've all lost. They're sitting there waiting to see who's going to turn out to be the winner of this tournament. And then you're going to get up there after everybody else has, been tossed to the wayside and make a mockery of it? Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's just fucked up. But what are your thoughts, man?
I agree with you. At first, it really didn't bother me, because I was like, to me, they're still using characters that I mean, I've always joked around about how, people will say like, oh, this person's top tier, this person's god tier, or whatever like that. And it's like, in the right hands, yes, that's true. In my hands, if I pick one of those people, I'm going to get bodied, real quick.
Right.
So to me, seeing them pick random and still playing each other with characters they probably have played with and practiced with, because they probably played with the whole cast to get to know the in and outs of each character.
Right.
To see what they can do with other characters, that's kind of cool to me, because then you see something that maybe you didn't know that person could do before, because these are like the top players in the game using them. So they'll probably do something crazy with them that you didn't know they had possible before. I don't know. I'm kind of in your shoes. Like, I don't want to know about it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, obviously, if they're not picking their team, you'll know that it's more than likely happening.
Exactly.
But I mean, yeah, it doesn't bother me too much. I just want to see. I just want them to be serious about it when they're playing, even if they are playing random.
Absolutely.
So.
And I feel the same way, man. I just don't want anything staged, man. I know you're gonna split, and that's fine. I mean, granted, top players that make it the top 8 all the time, know that it's high. If the players that are on the same team, sure as fuck it's gonna happen. But even if they're not on the same team, if they know each other from going to constant tournaments, it's highly likely it's gonna happen. Just put on a facade. Still know that getting to first place at this tournament is important. It's important to your sponsor, first off, to get first place at the tournament. Don't bow down to someone. The other day, there was a big hubbub about, and it was that final round. Fnatic, and I meant to bring this up. I didn't even put this in the list to talk about, but you know about the whole controversy between Fnatic and Spooky, right?
Say that again.
Did you hear about the big controversy between Fnatic and Spooky?
Oh yeah, I think you posted a video about it.
I did, and I should grab that now. There was a really good video that Base Monster put up. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go grab it. But just to give some backstory, at Final Round, Fnatic got on the secondary stream and started plugging AGE products hardcore. And I'm fine with Fnatic plugging his products, because really no one has set a precedent yet on what you could or couldn't do when it came to things like that. But pause that right now. He went a little hard body with the plugs and whatnot, and he just was talking about more his plug. I wouldn't say more his plugs, but he was talking about the plugs even during commentary during Marvel, which was on the stream at the time. There was one instance where one of his teammates, Flash Metroid, was playing, and he won the fight. And after that fight, Fnatic was still plugging his own code instead of saying, since my man Flash Metroid won this fight, why don't you go to the pdp.com and put in the code AGE Flash Metroid in order to buy some products with that code. He didn't even say that. He kept hawking his own title, but and his own code, and it kind of got out of hand. And Ponder, I believe Tom Cannon, he's one of the people who's the founders of Shoryuken.com, and also one of the lead people that run Evo, got on Twitter and said, why am I watching practically an AGE commercial on this stream? Does PDP even support these events? And sure enough, PDP supports a shit ton of players, but at Final Round, they didn't support that tournament at all. They didn't put any money into it, and other companies that were there did, like Mad Cats. They were putting Mad Bank in the Final Round. They were there. They had a presence there, and yet Fnatic was on the mic, hawking PDP products. So the next day, when Fnatic and Chris G got on the stage, you know what? Hang on a second. I'll pull this up right now. Chris G and Fnatic got on the stage, and when they got on that stage, Spooky went up there and said, "Look, until the guy who runs AGE gets a hold of me, I'm not going to put the names of AGE players on. I'm not going to go ahead and put AGE names, the brand of AGE, before any of the players' names from AGE. I need Sebastian, the guy who runs the AGE division of PDP, to give me a call, because we need to work something out. This shit's getting out of hand when it comes to how often you guys are getting on the mic and plugging your products and not even supporting the scene. So that's what happened. I think they took the video down because I don't see it. What the fuck? Yeah, I think it's gone. Man. Yeah.
I probably got rid of it because you know how I feel about Spooky.
Indeed,
Damn.
indeed. Man,
Damn.
I don't know why you have beef on Spooky, man. Spooky's my boy, man. I love that guy.
Oh God.
But yeah, I could agree with Spooky. When it comes down to it, PDP didn't support that event, so why should they be getting mad advertisement on the stream? And so I felt bad though for everybody else who was in AGE because they weren't the problem when it came to this, and they shouldn't have been punished. As Tsunami also writes in the chat, only really Fnatic should have been punished with not having the AGE next to his name. But Sebastian, I forget his last name. His nickname is One-Handed Terror. He's one of the guys who develops controllers at PDP, and he got on with Spooky right after the tournament, and they ironed everything out and worked things out. And I noticed that at NCR, North Cal Regionals, PDP is a sponsor of that tournament. They have their ads on the stream, and they're actually putting money into the tournament. So I guess what Spooky did got through. And they also said that they would definitely chill on a lot of the promotions that they do on stream for the time being. Otherwise, they'll punish the players. They weren't going to punish Fnatic because really, Fnatic, I can't blame him. No precedent was set. No one laid down the law. No one said anything until that moment. So now that the laws have been set, everybody has a fair shot at either fucking that up or not. So I'm not even mad at Fnatic with that. I just, at this point in time, it was a learning experience for everybody. So I think Fnatic's one hell of a salesman. I think that he is very good at promoting not only himself, but people who sponsor him. And I think that's the thing to do. There's a lot of players that are sponsored by different companies, and they'll say shit about their sponsors. The most they'll do is they'll thank him on occasion. But Fnatic is like really grateful for being sponsored, and I love the fact that he gives back to his sponsor. Maybe he does get a cut of all the controllers that are sold under his code, but at the same time, he promotes them like nobody else, and that's just good business. Outside of that, that's pretty much how I feel about that. But what were your thoughts at all?
As I was watching it, I didn't really notice the big promotion things. Yeah, I was looking for him to do something like, curse or something like that, or say something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But so I wasn't really noticing the whole promotion thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's weird to me. As far as like, now hearing about what it was that happened. Yeah, like you said, no guidelines were set.
Yeah.
And to me, I think Spooky could have handled that, a little bit more. My whole thing with him is he loves to be power. He power hungry. This is my stream, so I can do whatever I want. So it's like, just the way he even says it in that video, where he just comes on and he's just like, oh, thank you, like blah 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 blah. Like,
right.
I could do whatever I want. Screw all you guys. Like he could have handled that better. He could have approached him directly and been like, hey.
He even admitted that. He even admitted that too. I
saw his video.
Yeah, he said
I felt like he was talking to me.
Oh.
I felt I forgive you.
The thing about Spooky is a Type A personality, and he does take charge of his stream because he really puts a lot of effort into it. And granted, yeah, sometimes he may come on a little harder edge than maybe he should, but at the same time, a lot is riding on his performance when he works on the stream, and I can't blame him for feeling the way he is. He's very protective of what he's put out there. At the same time, yeah, he could have handled it a bit more diplomatically, and in retrospect, he admitted that, and I think he even learned something from this experience too, because it just makes it for a bad YouTube moment at the end, and now that YouTube moment's gone, so we can't see that shit. But
yeah, it's like if it's your stream and you're so concerned about it, before you let people just get onto the mic,
yeah,
make sure you set the ground rules. You can't get mad at someone if they're going to go on there and do that. It's like you didn't tell them before they got on there. This is don't say this, don't say that.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, it happens, and he just makes it up like it's a big deal. So it's like he could have handled it better.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I guess we both meet up in the middle somewhere. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. I don't know. I'm not in the position that Spooky's in, because he's definitely the foremost streamer when it comes to fighting games nowadays. But yeah, if anything, if he's protective of his stuff, I can completely understand. But at the same time, I guess he could be more diplomatic. But we all learn things when we fuck up. So, but no doubt, and I guess we move on to we could talk about tournament season, but there's so much stuff that happened. We'll probably save that for later on discussions, but there's been a lot of tournaments that have passed since we've been out of the loop. Winter Brawl, Final Round, Texas Showdown, Canada Cup, Civil War, and NorCal Regionals, which is popping off right now as we're streaming. One of the things I did want to bring up before we wrap up this segment is the end of IPL and Mike Ross's neighborhood, man. I know this hurt you. I know this hurt you so much.
Why did they keep torturing me with this? First it was it Gutex and Mike Ross? The Great Adventures. Now this.
I know.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
For those who don't know, Mike Ross is one of Nick's favorite players. Gutex as well. And
well, I like their show. I wouldn't say they're my favorite people to watch. You know who my favorite person is?
Yeah, freaking Convo fame.
Yes.
Which is why you grabbed onto Mike Ross's neighborhood and didn't let go.
Because they're they work so well together. I thought Gutex and were the Sonny and Cher. But it's like those two, man. Those guys are hilarious.
They are.
Like they work so well together.
When
Gutex can be funny, but man, that laugh kills me. Like it's after a while, even my wife knows about that laugh. She hears it. She knows what I'm listening to when she starts hearing them.
But yeah, he's got a signature laugh, and the thing is for those who don't know, recently, a little late into last year, IPL, just to let you guys know, is the IGN Pro League for esports and electronic gaming, and they announced that they were going to be adding 2 games to their lineup: Super Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and they got Capcom's full support with their involvement in the scene. And with that, they had also announced that they were going to be hiring Mike Ross on as not only a consultant but their public relations when it comes to that whole interaction between the fighting game community and IPL. So Mike Ross is going to be their go-to guy for that. And so they moved Mike Ross up to Northern California, where Combo Fiend currently already was. Combo Fiend recently got hired by Capcom, so he had to relocate from SoCal to NorCal. And Mike Ross, because he got hired by IPL, got relocated to NorCal. And so they were pretty much in their own. They're pretty much within short range of each other. So IPL started a show with Mike Ross on stream called Mike Ross's Neighborhood. And it would air every Thursday. And it only got in, I think, about 5 or 6 episodes. But every episode, he would have a different person on that was good at fighting games. And he would just play online with them for an hour. They would just pass the stick back and forth while they fought people online and talked to the stream monsters. And the interactions between him and his guests were legendary. The 2 people he had on that were the most funny, and one of them is not someone I'm crazy about, but with Mike Ross, he's freaking comedy gold. Is Filipino champ, and the other one, of course, is Nick's hero, Combo Fiend. And they would get together and play Cross Tekken or Super Street Fighter 4 and just talk shit to each other the entire time, and it was just a fun stream to watch. And Nick, what were your thoughts on that, man?
Oh man, I'm so sad that it's gone now. It's because you had told me about it. I remember seeing something about it and that logo for Mike Ross's Neighborhood, and I was like, there's so many shows coming out now. It's like I don't know which one to follow anymore. And I remember you had told me, it's like, man, you really got to check this one out. And oh yes, like I think Combo Fiend was his first guest that he had.
Right.
His first house guest.
His first house guest.
I think is what he kept calling him. It's like. Because he would start off like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would.
It'd be like the doorbell would ring. It's like, who could that be?
Won't you be my neighbor?
Yeah. And anytime him and Combo Fiend were together, it was so funny. But then, like you said, Filipino champ, that one episode where he's just destroying him the whole time. And they're talking at the end, like it's getting close to wrapping up the whole time, and then just Mike Ross kept killing him. And then he's like, all right, one more. and you hear the camera dude. He's like, "No, guys, we're out of time. We're out of time." The look on his face when and the credits start rolling. Mike Ross is like, "Well, that's it. That's it."
Oh,
I
man.
was dying. What a way to end the episode. That was great.
What a classic. That shit was awesome, man. That's why I wish Mike Ross would come back to Cross Counter, man. I'm not sure if things are cool between Ross and Gutex, but Cross Counter is still coming back every once in a while to have shows, and I wish those two would just get back together and co-host the show like they used to, because they also have pretty good chemistry. What's that?
I was saying they do. They do.
Absolutely. Tsunami brought up in the chat that the Dr. Sub-Zero show was better. I do love that show too. I think it was different. Dr. Sub-Zero's show when it comes to like covering everything, that show is the shit, because they'll just talk about anything and everything. And Dr. Sub-Zero is a great conversationalist. I love that guy. And congrats to him, because he just recently got married. But when it came to Mike Ross's Neighborhood, man, that show was just so much fun. And just the back and forth between him and his guests were good. He would also do like a 10-minute video that was him and another gamer. I forget what it was, but they would do it on Wednesdays and release it on YouTube. You saw those too, right? Where they would talk about some news that was going on, and
oh yeah.
He'd be.
I never really paid attention to those though too much. I didn't really watch those.
They were pretty good. He had some other players on that too, but Mike Ross's Neighborhood was definitely the crown jewel of Mike Ross Entertainment. And hopefully gets a shot at doing this again. IPL, pretty much, just to explain what happened to that, a few months after that announcement, IPL went and it pretty much got dissolved by Ziff Davis Publishing, which is the company that owns IGN, because they were looking to liquidate it. And I guess it was a financial failure. Some events got canceled, and the fighting game events that were scheduled never even got to get off the ground, save for like the whole announcement tournament that they had back in the late 2012. Blizzard ended up buying what was left of IPL, and they're just going to dedicate it to, I guess, Blizzard games. So no word on fighting games are actually going to play a part in that, but it's highly unlikely at this point. But Mike Ross has moved back down to SoCal, so I see him on the Run Back and on Wednesday Night Fights all the time now. And I actually saw him during NorCal Regionals as well. So it's at least cool to see him involved. Let's see here. Pull this down. Oh, stuff. We're going to take a momentary hiatus while Nick does what he does. This will be a point in the show where I edit out. You guys get to see it as it's live. Let me look at the stream while we wait for Nick to get back. Let me see here. Oh, someone's at this door. Oh, okay, that makes sense. We start a new record. There we go.
Recording saved.
Good shit. This is the unattractive part of podcasting. This is the part that's not so glamorous. Like, this shit is glamorous ever. Fighters ready. 008. Hey, welcome back, sir. Welcome back.
I'm back.
Oh shit. Let's say A1. I'm just saving this file right now, so that way.
Unfortunately, duty calls.
Oh, you have to go?
So I have to wrap it up soon.
Oh shit. I mean, if you want, we can we'll end this segment and then we'll do the other half later on, and that's fine. But we'll go ahead and go into the last thing. Hang on a second. Let me pull it up.
Okay.
All right. I guess I'll count down. 3, 2, 1. And the last story I wanted to touch upon before we wrap this segment up is Injustice: Gods Among Us, man. Holy shit, the game is finally out, man. Have you got the chance to import your copy yet, man?
Dude, I'm pretty sure I had it before the States did.
Oh, dude, really?
It's like, yeah, they get some stuff early over here.
Well, man, give us a little preview of the review. of the game. I have yet to get it. I'm actually getting it very soon, probably my next paycheck, which is next week. So, what are your thoughts on it?
I mean, honestly, knowing that you're kind of like the same way as I am, as far as we're not really, if not at all, Mortal Kombat players.
Yeah.
It feels. I mean, I know it was made by the same people.
Right.
But I mean, it's cool in the sense that, you know, if you were a fan of the Mortal Kombat games beforehand, you're gonna love, and you like the DC universe, you'll love this game. You'll feel right at home because it's tailored toward those people. But me not being a Mortal Kombat player, not since Mortal Kombat 1, playing it, yeah, it's cool. Playing it with, you know, of course, Batman is my main, but which I've seen videos. Apparently, he's pretty OP in that game.
Oh shit.
So, but yeah, it's just it's too much like Mortal Kombat, and it's like I don't play Mortal Kombat anymore. So I pretty much only I played one ranked match just to get the achievement, of course, and that was it. Like I haven't played online at all. Very much, most of it's been all offline story, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like the whole interacting with the stages.
Right.
And I do like the fact that they made it tailored toward both Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat players.
Right.
To the sense that you can hold back or down for block rather than a button.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty cool that they did that. But after a while, the whole, you know, hitting people with stuff in the stage kind of gets old.
Right.
Like after a while, like you do it so many times, seeing the same thing over and over again, and they take a while. I mean, if you're watching the stream, you could see, like, seeing that over and over and over again.
The cinematics.
It just takes off. It just takes off so much time. It just, but it's cool with all the different the modes, like the different game modes and stuff that you can play. That was something I always thought was interesting from the Mortal Kombat game, the last one that came out.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the mini games and stuff that you could play.
Right.
So this has got like a story mode, a heroes mode where you fight like all, you know, like all the heroes or all the villains. There's a bunch of different settings that you can play it on.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was kind of cool too. But I just in the end I still can't shake it because it's Mortal Kombat.
I mean that's been a huge point of contention. A lot of people say it plays like MK. Wow, the video stopped on me. That's awesome. But a lot of people say it plays like MK. And you know, I played the demo, and although aesthetically it's something like it's aesthetically it's similar to MK. It doesn't seem like MK when you start to play it. And I remember hearing somebody's take on it. You know, when you first start playing it, if you're mainly a Capcom player, it takes about 2 to 3 hours to get into the groove of the game before you start to appreciate what it is or how it is. I mean, you've been playing it, I guess, a lot longer than that. So, you know, have you felt that yourself? I mean, it looks like MK, but I'm hoping that it actually, you know,
I'm not even saying so much that it looks like MK because it clearly does.
Right.
But it just the inputs, the way that you do it, is the same for the most part. I mean, there's some, you know, fireball motion stuff, but some of the moves are still like, you know, you have to press, you know, back to front and stuff like that. Like just those kind of commands that you know, Mortal Kombat is known for.
Right.
Which I'm just not used to, and I mean that's why I'm not really a Mortal Kombat player.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, I'm trying to think of the fun factor. I mean, I haven't messed with too many of the characters, but I don't know. After a while, it just seems kind of repetitive. I'm sure that could be said about any fighting game.
Very true.
But since I'm not really used to this type,
mm-hmm.
that's why it's more. It's too new for me.
I see.
Like I haven't, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like so. That's my take. It'd probably be more.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, it'd probably be fun if you played someone, you know, like if me and you played this.
Right.
We're not used to this so much gameplay, so we would be even in skill.
And we learn together, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But if I was to play someone that was Mortal Kombat big fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be it would just be total slaughter, man.
Total
That's all
slaughter.
It would be. So.
Shout outs to Vash the Stampede. But yeah, I mean, I find the game intriguing. I can't wait to own it because the first thing I'm going through is that story mode. I've already watched people already play it on stream, but I really appreciate all the work they put into this game. I like the character diversity. I think all the characters play different, and some of them are groundbreaking in the way they do play. Yeah, do the transitions piss me off, or do some of the supers piss me off? Sure, for the fact that it takes so long, but it's something I believe you could get used to. Because there's some supers in Marvel that take a while to do. Not maybe as long as the ones in this game. This game does take the cake, but there are some supers in Marvel that do take a while to unfold, and as much as this game does look like Mortal Kombat, I don't think that's a bad thing when it comes to how it plays or how it looks. I mean, I'm not a Mortal Kombat player, so I would never shit on. I used to as a kid. I used to not like Mortal Kombat straight up, and I would not give it the time of day. But after some of the later outings of that game came out, especially 9, or what's also known as Mortal Kombat, I really gained a respect for that game. I watch it on streams now. I find it really good to watch high level play of Mortal Kombat, and I've got nothing against it. I love watching people play this game as well, because you see some really interesting stuff. Some of the things that throw me off is how the bodies bounce, because when the body bounces off the wall, it bounces weirdly. So, I have to get in the mode of when the body bounces back and then back at me, that I got to continue to combo instead of dropping the combo, because it's different than what I'm used to in like other fighting games like Marvel or Blaze Blue or Arc System Works games. To me, that's a personal failing on my end, and I just have to take the time to get used to it in this game and try this out and give it my attention. And I can't wait to review it on the show once I get my hands on a copy.
Yeah. Another thing that I had a problem with was the when you're blocking something, or when someone else is blocking it.
Mm-hmm.
When you hit them, it's hard to tell sometimes. And I know I'm not the only one with this problem. It's hard to tell sometimes whether that's a hit or if they're just blocking it, because it makes almost the same animation when they get hit or when they're blocking.
Wow.
So it's hard to tell sometimes if it's a hit confirm. It's hard to do.
Right.
So maybe in time you'll just get used to it, but that's the way it is for me.
Well, shit.
And I know some people are saying, some of them in the chat, about the clock. It's not so much the time. I don't have a problem with the time clock. I'm just saying the animation itself just takes so long.
Yeah, it's like, you're in the midst of battle, and then you have to sit and watch and wait for something, and it kind of can be a kind of a buzzkill, I would say. But
change the momentum.
Yeah, it
potentially.
It does change the momentum potentially. I fully agree with, and some of those supers just take so long, like the Doomsday one where he just punches you through the earth and then back up. Yeah. That takes fucking forever. And the transitions too. I wish there was a way you could skip them. But I haven't played this game in depth, so maybe I'm speaking too soon. And when we do review it, I'll be able to. Maybe I'll have changed my tune by that point in time. I am looking forward to playing some of the cats in the chat in this game. I know that Ball Tapper owns the game, and he's speaking highly of it. So I definitely take that into accord too. But from what I'm seeing here, I'm a huge fan of the DC universe, and I love all the work they put into the game, like the voice actors they got.
Yes.
I watch. Of course, we all know that our favorite voice actor in this game is probably Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman. But I currently watch the WB's Arrow. And they actually got Stephen Amell, the guy who plays Arrow in that show, to be the voice of Green Arrow in this game. And there's a costume you can unlock of the version of Green Arrow from that show. So I thought that was pretty amazing. Also, you can unlock Batman Beyond's costume through a lot of work.
Yeah.
Have you done it yet? Have you unlocked that yet?
No, I haven't played it since the initial couple hours that I was playing it for.
I know the quickest way you can do it is through the iOS app for Injustice. If you get that app, then if you get the Batman card in that app, then that helps to unlock you link the app to your game login for Injustice, and if you unlock that card when both the app and the game sync up, you'll actually get the Batman Beyond costume. There's another way to get it too, through gameplay, but it's a bit more difficult. But yeah, it's pretty cool. But we'll save the rest of our talk about Injustice when we actually review it. But any last thoughts before we close out the segment?
I'd say it's worth a rental.
Oh shit.
That's what you're talking about. Unless you're a huge Mortal Kombat DC fan. If you like both of those, then you'll love it. Yeah, you might as well go pick it up. You probably would already own it as it is, but if you're if you're a Street Fighter player, I'd say rent it at first.
Well, damn. Well, maybe you'll change your tune by the time we start fighting in the game. If that net
just like Persona 4, right?
Oh, well, at least you think you think a lot more highly about this game than you do Persona 4, though, or from the sound of it.
Oh yeah, I'll play this over Persona.
Damn, he's so hateful.
Damn right.
He's so hateful, son. Oh man. Well, that's why we do this show, because our opinions differ so wildly. But also I wanted to bring up Night Warriors, but we'll actually review that in the future as well. Then the Darkstalkers Resurrection game that came out over the last couple of months too, which is a lot of fun to play. But that's it for the first segment, and we'll be back with more Fighters Ready in just a moment.
Recording saved.
Not really. We'll be back with more Fighters Ready next time we get together to record. Which when do you think you'll be free? Tomorrow might be bad for me, but shit. I'm trying to think here. You don't work until Monday, right? You don't work until Tuesday, right?
Right.
God, I forgot to change this. Let me change this number. I should be able to be free sometime tomorrow. I know we got some things to do, but if we're going to sit down and do the other part of this, then I'll figure out something, and I'll reach out to you and find out if it works for you too. If not, we can put it off till next week. I'm fine with that too. So
all right,
that'll work, and then we'll have both parts of the show and get that done. But man, I'm sorry you have to go so soon, man. Damn.
I'm not happy about it either.
The party's just getting started, bruh. The start. But it's all right. Let me see what the stream's saying. But the Stream Monsters, thank you guys for coming, man.
They're so upset about the Persona 4 comment.
Oh no! If you guys haven't listened to previous episodes of Fighters Ready, go back and find the one. I think it was episode 6, where we talk about Persona 4 Arena, and Nick lets loose on that. He lets loose. But I enjoy the game. I think it's cool. But Nick is of a different mind about it. So. And it's funny because you fended off a lot of haters last episode about that. So now it's like some people who don't know about that whole story, who like Persona 4, who are listening to this right now, are offended. And don't be so offended. I mean, he raises some good points in his retort. And if you go back and if you go to iTunes and type in Fighters Ready, you'll find all our episodes. And if you go to episode 6, that's the Persona 4 Arena review. And if you go to episode 7, in the questions, someone brings up why Nick did dislike the game and wanted more insight on why he disliked it. So he went into that as well. So definitely do yourself a favor and check that out. But man, before we part ways, well, actually, let me go ahead and wrap the stream up real quick. Let's see here. Stream Monsters, anything you guys wanted to say before we close out? I wonder how much lag time is on the stream. I think it's like maybe 15 seconds, maybe less. Close this up. Close this shit, please. Don't need these windows anymore. Robin says he needs to play Injustice to give it a fair comment. Dollar writes 20. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. Video Dragon says he's down for JoJo's, I guess, whenever you get your PS3 back, which not be for months. And then you guys will be the only two playing. No, we need to have a JoJo night sometime on Xbox Live. At least you have your Xbox 360 there with you. So I just don't know if that netcode will hold up that distance, but we'll see. Bullet Beast, man. Bullet Beast, I don't know if you know about this. If you were in the chat last night, then forgive me. But we recorded Level 9 last night, too. So if you go to youtube.com/Shinjuku Station, there's a stream up for Level 9 up there as well. And the stream archives are up there on that website for that. And I hope you check it out. It was myself, Sho, The Wonder, and Lee Majors. We all got on there and we reviewed BioShock Infinite and we reviewed Gears of War Judgment.
Ball Tapper, I know that's fraudulent because I would never say Marvel is the best. Everybody knows Third Strike is. Come on now.
Hey,
if you're going to pretend to be me, at least do it right.
Even Ball Tapper enjoys Third Strike too, man. Yeah, that's a Third Strike enjoyable because Ball Tapper hates Marvel. He hates it.
Oh, I could tell.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Man. But yeah, it was 2/3 of FTS on a flip the script. 2/3 of flip the script were on level 9 last night. It might have been Neo might have shown up if he could have figured out how to use Skype, but I think he was a little too inebriated to use it last night. So thank goodness for that. Ball Tapper says Marvel 3 is the worst game that people consider competitive. I agree. It's got way too much of a comeback factor. I wish there was a little bit more Marvel 2 and Marvel 3 when it came to how much skill you needed.
I think we both mentioned that we're not a huge fan of the whole X Factor thing.
Yeah, I mean it's everybody's used it to victory, but at the end of the day, sometimes that victory is hollow. It's real fucking hollow, and when you have a comeback with X Factor Wesker or come back with X Factor Virgil, or come back with X Factor Sentinel. Some characters, when they come back on X Factor, is miraculous. But some characters, it's always in the cards, man. If they have X Factor, the tables turn all of a sudden, and all they need to do is get one hit, and that's it. Need I say more with Phoenix?
It's true.
But man, I better let you go, man. And if anything, let me know what your schedule's looking like for tomorrow, and we'll figure something out, or we'll do it later on. But well, you have a good afternoon, sir, and stream. Y'all have a good time. I'm gonna set the stream free real quick before I let Nick go, and you guys enjoy. Peace.
Catch you guys later.
In the next 4 or 5 years, do you think Al Sharpton will be president?
Never. I don't think Al Sharpton will be president of anything except for the Association of Greasy Motherfuckers. Zing, Al Sharpton, don't with me.
Man. Fucking work.